Welcome to this chapter. I'm going to be showing you how to get paid online. First, we'll talk about local currency processors. Second, we'll talk about local international payments processors. And then last, we'll talk about international payments processors. Beginning with local currency processors, we have two major options in Nigeria, which are Paystack and Flutterwave. So these are the ones I have used and I have an experience with them. Okay, so there might be other ones that I'm not aware of, but based on my experience, these are the two that I have worked with. Paystack is best for receiving Naira. Maybe you have an online store, a WordPress site. You can easily integrate Paystack with your site and get paid in Naira. And of course, it has the option for you to get paid in every possible way that you can receive payments in Nigeria. For instance, you can receive payments by transfer, you can receive payments through the use of USD, you can receive payment through card, and some other options that they have. Flutterwave is also a good option, and in addition to receiving Naira, you can receive currencies from other African countries like Ghana, Togo, Senegal, South Africa, and other African countries. Paystack also has the option to receive USD, but they have some qualifications, some requirements before you will be able to do that. And I have not received USD payments with Paystack before, so I can't really talk about that. Same with Flutterwave, they have the option to receive USD, but I've never used it before, so I can't say how well it works. The advantages of using these payment processors, the fact that they make receiving money faster and easier. So you have more clients that are able to pay you easily rather than having to let some go because one payment method is not working. To have any of these accounts, you basically need a valid identity card, which can be either of your driver's license or international passport. From my experience, I've seen that international passport works best as a means of identification. I mean, it's better than other means of identification. So that is just from what I've seen. It works all of the time, without any issue. You also need a utility bill, which can be payment for electricity, can be payment for waste management, and it could also be your bank statement that is not less than 3 months. So that is how that works. Next, I'm going to talk about local international payments processors, and the two that I've used are Gray.co and GBP.Africa. These are payments processors that allow Nigerians to create accounts with them easily. You basically need your valid identity card and utility bill to sign up for the account, but you'll be able to receive money in USD, in pounds, in euro through the accounts that you create. Now, when you create an account with them, they also open a Nigerian account in your name that you can, through that account, fund your USD account. You can fund your accounts with them. For instance, Gray.co opens a Sterling Bank account for you, so you can make a Naira transfer to your Sterling Bank and then it will reflect on your Gray.co account. You can buy any foreign currency that you want. GigPay also creates an account, a Nigerian account for you that you can fund, and from that fund you can buy, and from the money that you put into the account you can buy any foreign currency. This is sometimes important because you want to make payments with a USD card and you cannot use your regular ATM cards to pay. Both Gray and GigPay allow you to create a virtual card. For you to fund the virtual card when you don't have access to dollars, it's easier for you to fund your Naira account and from that you can buy some dollars. That is why the Nigerian accounts that they create for you is very important. With your virtual USD card, you can pay for your Facebook ads, Twitter ads, you can pay for subscription like Ahrefs, No. Anything that requires you to pay in USD, you can use the virtual cards from Grey.co and GBP.Africa. So the advantages of using these local international payment processors is that they allow you to create a virtual card in USD. You can use the accounts you create with them to receive payments from Amazon KDP. You can fund your account through your basic Nigerian Naira. You can fund your accounts from a Nigerian bank through Naira. It can be used to receive a direct deposit, and this account works with other payment processors like Wise.com, which I also have an account with, and I'm going to talk about them in a moment. To create an account with these local international processors, you need a valid means of identification, and then you need a recent utility bill. The last category is that of international payment processors, and first on my list is Payoneer. Payoneer. This account also allows you to get paid from places like marketplaces like Fiverr, like Upwork. It's not as flexible as the local international payment processors I talked about earlier, but it is recognized by different marketplaces such that you can easily integrate your accounts with them. Of course, you can also get paid through some other people that use Payoneer, but the speed at which the money is processed is different. It's a bit slower than that of Grey and GigPay. So this used to be my go-to processor before, but now I hardly use them. If for any reason you have to use them, all you need is also just your international identification card, which can be your international passport or driver's license. Payoneer also allows you to create both virtual cards and physical cards that you can use for online payments. You cannot just make transfers with Payoneer. It has to be payment. If you want to receive payment, it has to be from a business. Transactions from individuals are not accepted except you are making a transfer from one Payoneer account to another account. The next I'm going to talk about is Stripe. Stripe doesn't allow Nigerians to create an account with them, but there is a way to go around it legally. So I'm going to talk about that while discussing PayPal. So for now, just know that Stripe account can also be used to receive payments, but it's more usable as a payments processor on a website. Maybe you have a WordPress site and then you want to receive payment in USD, pounds, and what have you from your website, through your website. Stripe can help you with that, and it's easy. It's easy for you to use Stripe on the site when it's international payment than for you to use PayPal. I've done that before and I know what the differences are. Next I'm going to talk about is Wise.com. Wise.com used to work seamlessly with Nigeria before now, such that you can send USD pounds to your Nigerian domiciliary account and then it will be funded in less than 24 hours. This used to be my experience until 2022 when Wise stopped sending money to Nigeria. They stopped processing money coming into our domiciliary account, and so it doesn't work as it used to do before now. But I still use Wise.com because from Wise you can send money to Grey.co, you can send money to GigPay.Africa, and it is an essential part of my money processing. This is what I mean. While I receive money with my PayPal account, which is domiciled in UK, I'm not able to send the money out of PayPal account to my Nigerian domiciliary account or to GigPay or Grey, but I'm able to send money to my Wise account because the account has a physical bank, that is in UK, and it is verified by PayPal. So I have to send the money to my Wise, and then from Wise I can send to GigPay or Grey.co, from which I can send to my Nigerian Naira account. So that is why Wise.com is still very important. I said Wise can send money to GBP and Gray because the accounts are created, through banks in the United States. So that is why that can work. They are not sending money to Nigeria. They are sending to those banks. But the banks are opened, the bank accounts are opened in your name. And because you have access to Gray and GigPay, they can transfer the money to your Nigerian account. The last and one of the most important is PayPal. PayPal also, just like Stripe, doesn't allow Nigerians to create accounts with them. But this is a simple trick. PayPal allows businesses in the United Kingdom to create accounts with them. Yeah? So any business, you can either open PayPal accounts as an individual or as a business. So businesses in UK or US or any other country can create accounts, as the business, right? So this is what the trick is. Anybody in the world can form a company in the United Kingdom. Nigerians can create a company, they can form a company in the United Kingdom legally. And so what you do to create a PayPal account is to first of all form a company in the UK. So with the company document and certificates and what have you, you open a PayPal account. You will be the owner of the company, but you are not the direct owner of the PayPal account. The company owns the PayPal account and the company is registered in UK. So since you are the owner of the company, you invariably have access to the PayPal account. It's that simple. So PayPal doesn't have a problem with you as far as you are opening the account in the name of the company and the company is duly registered. This is exactly what I do, and that is how I own my PayPal accounts till today. I've had it since 2020 and it's still functioning normally today because I formed a company in the United Kingdom. So the very first step is for you to form the company. Once you form the company, you can create your PayPal account and you can also create your Stripe account. In fact, you can do the same for Skrill or for any other account that you would like to create. So you need a company to help you form your company in the United Kingdom. The company I used is theformationcompany.com. I'm not saying this is the only one you can use, but this is the company I used. There are a lot of scams out there, a lot of people that might not be truthful, but I've used this company before and they have worked for me. I've formed company twice using this company. For you to form the company, you also need your international passport or your driver's license. I've always used international passport. Then you also need a company address, and that's where you might have a bit of challenge. But it shouldn't be challenging now because virtually everybody in Nigeria knows at least one person that lives in the UK. So what you need to do is to speak with them and tell them you want to form a company with their current address. When I did mine, Nigerians weren't as many as they are now in the United Kingdom. So I had to pay someone on Fiverr to use their house address for my company. But the person, unfortunately, is no longer offering that service on Fiverr. The gig has been cancelled. It's no longer existing. But I'm still using the address till today. Right? So you just need to speak with someone, and if you don't get someone to allow you to use their place for free, you could offer to pay them, even if it's a one-time payment of, let's say, $50 or $100 or whatever, or they want you to pay them on a yearly basis. Whatever it is, I'm sure that you can always find someone. So you use that address, and then you use your identity card, which can be your international passport. You use it to register for the company, and within 2 days, based on my experience, your company will be formed. You can see the options they have here. You can go for this one that costs about £18. You can go for that and your company will be formed. Once your company is formed, you go to PayPal. So there are different types of PayPal, I mean by country. What you need is paypal.co.uk. You are not trying to form the PayPal from the United States. If you want to go through this process, through the same process with United States, you will need someone, at least one of your company, you need your company formed in US first of all, and that will require at least a social security number from one person. One of the persons that is forming the company needs to have a social security number, and that is quite challenging. That is where the issue is. But if you have someone that can do that, it's easier for you to form a company in US and then use the company to create your PayPal account. When you create the PayPal account with in US, your base currency is USD, and that makes payment processing easier than it is for the one of UK. Now this one, when I receive payment, I have to go through a long process. I need to send through wires, before getting to gray and all of that. And at each instance, the money keeps dropping. But if you have a USD PayPal, it's going to be easier for you to send money out of your PayPal. So that is how that works. Quite simple. If you have any question, please do let me know.